Ugh.
But anyways,
Well,
let's move on to Raw.
yes.
Um,
And you know what's kind of funny, or at least for me, you know what's kind of funny?
what, Raw?
No, no, not Raw. It's just that it's only well tomorrow. It will be tomorrow's Monday Night Raw again. And for some reason, it feels like it's been longer than a week since I last watched wrestling.
Hmm. It does for me actually too. It does feel like that.
What that happens for you from time to time.
Yeah. It's like, oh my god, Raw's coming on. Like, I feel like it's been a month since it's been on. Uh, but anyways, they start off the show with Stephanie and Shane coming out to just to kind of be competition with each other. And here's the other thing too. At the end of Payback, they automatically give AJ Styles a rematch in an Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules for the title. Like,
At least there's some continuity right there with what's gonna happen next.
I know, but what has AJ Styles done to deserve another shot? He lost. Like, no disrespect to Styles, but like, where does that make sense? Like, how does he earn another shot? He got beat. He got beat fair.
Yes, but there was all this interference and count out and disqualification. So
But it
let's
was
just
no
give it a
DQ.
shot.
It was no DQ. Like, he lost. Like, it's not like the end of the show with him winning by countout or winning by disqualification. He actually lost.
But let's just say that they want to do it. They wanted to do a one shot and not so many retakes.
I don't know. But you get them opening the show. Kevin Owens demanded, trying to back his point up that he beat Sami Zayn at Payback, and now he deserves an Intercontinental Championship shot. Cesaro comes out. He says he demands an Intercontinental title shot because he was screwed on the pay-per-view. Then it set up a whole number one contenders match for the Intercontinental title, and I don't know what they decided because Miz interfered. Oh, Cesaro won by DQ because Miz interfered for some reason. Like, I hate too because Miz and Maurice were on commentary, and it's like, why do you got to keep doing? Why do you got to keep doing this where the champion or whoever's related to this whole story is on commentary? Like, it's so overdone. Where like in an intercontinental title match or a number one contenders match, the champion's always on commentary, be like, "Oh, I'm scouting this match. I want to see who my number one contender is." Like it's been done over and over and over and over. And then the Miz goes and wins. Miz goes and costs Kevin Owens by disqualification. And then Sami Zayn comes out to help. Oh, it's just ridiculous. So anyway, that whole number one contenders thing got out of the way. Tyler Breeze defeat Goldust. I didn't see that, and I don't care. You get the New Day and Colin Cassidy defeating the Vaudevillains and the Dudley Boys. I don't even know why the Dudley Boys were even involved in this to begin with.
They needed another team.
I guess. I mean, they do the whole thing where Colin Cassidy comes out to kind of be try and get back at the Vaudevillains for injuring Enzo at Payback, and he teams with New Day and they beat Vaudevillains and the Dudleys. I mean, same thing. Like what? Why are the Dudleys involved in this? And it's like the Vaudevillains are now automatically the number one contender because they
Well,
that doesn't make sense that they're automatically the number one contender because Enzo got hurt during the match.
I'm curious as to when Enzo will be back, even though he took Terrell out of the hospital the next day or that same night.
Yeah, but I mean, he got a concussion, and obviously WWE they try to take their concussions very seriously.
Yes, ever since 2007, they've been taking it real seriously.
Yep, we know what happened there.
Yes.
Emma defeated Becky Lynch. Didn't see that and don't care. Then you got Ambrose having Stephanie McMahon on the Ambrose Asylum, and then Stephanie canceling the Ambrose Asylum, bringing back the highlight reel.
And then Chris Jericho beats up Ambrose and takes the plant, and smash it against his head.
I didn't even think that was a thing of Ambrose naming the plant Mitch. I actually didn't think that was a thing.
But later they actually had.
I didn't even think it, like they're saying, oh, Mitch is more over than the superstars. Like, since when were they cheering Mitch? Like, was I missing something, or I don't know. It was like more over than Ambrose and more over than the superstars. Like, were they chanting Mitch in like some segments? Like, was I not paying attention? Like, I'm sure I was paying attention.
I didn't see that part of that. I was busy with something else at the moment, but yeah, I'm sure. Wait, did you see that? Did you see that there was a funeral segment for Mitch as well?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I saw that. But oh my god, like, even if there was, I wouldn't have cared. And I even thought Jericho was gonna leave after Payback because he sent out a tweet. Because I remember after Payback, I went on Twitter the next day and it was Jericho saying, thanks WWE, it's been real. And I was like, oh, I guess he's done for a while and gonna go back to his music or whatever he does.
And one can only wonder when Jericho will be back again.
No, he's gonna be back with Ambrose. He's gonna be in. They're continuing that whole rivalry with him and Ambrose. How does he just leave after he did that whole thing on Raw? That doesn't make sense.
Yes, but it seems that ever since, I guess, 2012 to now, or even 2013 to now, Jericho just seems kind of like the same old guy.
Yeah. I mean, well, except here, he's a heel here. Yeah, he's kind of he's kind of bringing back that whole like best in the world at what I do gimmick, like that whole heel thing from 2008, in 2008, 2010. I'll admit him as a heel, like he could get the job done. If anything, he's a great heel. Then we get to a number one contenders battle royal for the U.S. title, and Rusev gets the win.
Well, we were too thinking it's going to be Ryder, but he was not as bad.
I mean, you would think after WrestleMania that he would have gotten a U.S. title shot, but no, they got to send him back on the jobbers list.
If WWE's going to continue doing this to Ryder, well, they just release him.
Yeah, it's like Rusev. Like, now you care about Rusev? You were burying him all year last year with Cena. Now you're just going to put him back in the U.S. Like, nobody's going to care.
That's bad.
Then we get to... Oh, yeah, then Charlotte cuts her promo and tries to explain the whole Montreal Screwjob. Montreal Screwjob recreation. At Payback, and then the referee like saying, oh, I was, I love the Flares and everything. I wanted them to win or something like that. And it's like, I still wasn't following it. I still don't get it. It still doesn't make sense. Even with Natalya coming out saying, we all know you bought off Charles Robinson to screw me over at Payback.
This sounds like the interview Vince McMahon had with Vince McMahon's interview was with talking about the Screwjob afterwards. Like, this sounds almost exactly the same.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's a reincarnation. They're trying to reincarnate it again, except with the Divas. So then,
no, we can't. Divas is over. We can't use that word anymore.
Yeah. Well, if they're still having the show Total Divas, then why can't we use it? So anyways, then they give Natalya another women's championship match at Extreme Rules. This time, a submission match.
Sasha Banks.
And it doesn't make sense too because she lost. She keeps getting these shots, and it's like she lost at Payback. I mean, obviously it was a screwy finish, but she keeps getting these shots for the title. It's like we've seen this match. How many times have we seen Charlotte and Natalya at this point? It's too much. Too much.
Well, at least Natalia is going to get the win this time. Then Charlotte's going to get a rematch bars, and hopefully by then you get Sasha versus Natalya.
Oh man.
Maybe for SummerSlam.
Probably. Then we got 6-man tag player. It was Roman Reigns and the Usos versus pretty much the Bullet Club, AJ, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. AJ and the Bullet Club get the victory there, and then they do the whole thing where Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows hold Roman Reigns. Styles is the chair, and they're telling him to swing at him, but AJ says no. Usos help out, but then AJ clocks them with the chair. Then Reigns snaps and puts AJ through a table. And everybody's saying, and I heard everybody saying, "Oh, did Reigns turn heel because of the?" No, he did not turn heel. Stop it.
What? Was Batista heel when he betrayed Triple H and put him through the table?
Well, that's because Triple H was a heel, and that was when he turned babyface. And it's like, no, he didn't turn heel because, he just turned heel because he just witnessed AJ whack his cousin with a chair. Wouldn't you act that way if the same way happened?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. Oh, he turned heel because he was aggressive and beat up AJ Styles like that. That's because he saw him hit his cousins with a chair. You would do the exact same thing.
Pretty much.
But this was it wasn't definitely not a great Raw, and I don't even know at this point if I'm excited for Extreme Rules.
Fine, Raw. Well, back to Raw. It's not a good show. It's not a bad show. It's a long show.
It is. They really need to get the 3 hours out of there and go back to their original time slot.
Yes, from 8 to 10, because the kiddies.
Well, 8 to 10, or at least their original time slot, 9 to 11:05. I guess we'll go right into the recent releases from that were recently announced by WWE. And I mean, I'm not surprised that any of these people got the boot. Actually, I didn't even think Hornswoggle was still under contract, to be honest.
Yeah, I was kind of actually surprised that Hornswoggle got released.
And he's been there for 10 years.
Yep, ever since he made his debut with Finley.
Yeah, he was introduced as the little bastard, the little leprechaun that just show up, and then they put him as McMahon's illegitimate son.
And then later down the road, the secret general manager.
Yeah, and then they made him the anonymous Raw GM, which was stupid. Then they did and El Torito, another small man gets the boot.
And that was after almost 3 years. I'm starting off with Los Matadores, who just now back with Epico again in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Cameron got released. I'm sure Jay was pissed about that.
About what?
Cameron getting released.
Oh yeah.
I saw on Twitter, and I know I saw those tweets, man. Oh, he was. I could tell he was heated.
He was livid.
Yeah, he was livid.
Well, you saw his tweets.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. She was going nowhere, and plus, she was the girl that said her favorite match was Melina versus Alicia Fox.
Everyone has an opinion. Not gonna argue with it.
Someone whose favorite match is a match that we don't even know happened. Like, should not be like in this business. So, and then we get Damien Sandow getting released. Oh man. What a waste of talent. Savior of the masses. He got way over last year. Or like, yeah, the beginning of last year with the Mizdow character.
Master of the Skies.
And then they did nothing with him.
He deserved better.
They made him Money in the Bank at one point. They made him Money in the Bank.
And that went nowhere.
And he was the first person to actually lose. When he cashed in. And that was Cena. That was against Cena when he had a bum arm. Oh my god. So disappointing. I'm so sorry Sandow has to now call this his WWE career. Because it was a failed career at that. And then the more disappointments keep rolling in. Well, I mean, Zeb Coulter gets released. I mean, not too upset, but it was nice knowing him. He was a good manager with swagger, and then with Del Rio last year with Mex America, that whole failed gimmick. It was a shame to see him go. It was pretty ashamed to see him go. Who else got released? Oh, well, I guess we'll get to the main person that got released. That was really a big disappointment was King Barrett.
No, I think he wanted to leave.
What?
I think he wanted to leave as well.
Well, I mean, I knew he wanted to leave it. I knew he wasn't happy there, and I mean, who could blame him? This is no person's fault but John Cena. John Cena, this is your fault. You did this. This all started when you refused to put the Nexus over at SummerSlam 2010. That's when this whole thing started to go downhill for Barrett, is when Cena refused to put the Nexus over at SummerSlam 2010. If he didn't have this decision at this time, Barrett would have been a at least 5 or 6 time world champion by now.
5 or 6 time world champion.
At least, the very least.
I'm not really sure about that. Maybe 3 times, but okay.
I don't know this for a fact. Don't judge me on this, but I'm just estimating. At least 5 to 6 times. Maybe very least 5. Very least. But you had to not put the Nexus over at SummerSlam 2010, and look what you did. 6 years later, no more Barrett. Thanks a lot, Cena. Hope you're happy.
Hey, don't put it on John. Don't you put it on Creative.
And Creative, too. Yeah, obviously this is not all John Cena's fault, but he's definitely part of the blame.
Unless Twitter is already bashing on Cena about that.
I mean, Heath Slater is pretty much the only person, or Heath Slater is probably going to be the only person in WWE that was a former Nexus member and still in WWE.
Yeah, because
everyone else is pretty much gone. Justin Gabriel is gone. Barrett's now gone.
Yeah, Barrett gone. Daniel Bryan's retired.
Daniel Bryan's retired and no longer going to wrestle anymore. And
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, but where's he at now? Well, I'm talking about the original. I'm not talking about new Nexus when Bray Wyatt was in that.
Oh,
Like,
the boxer guy, the black MMA boxer guy.
yeah, he's gone. Yeah, Michael Tarver, I think his name was. He's gone. Gabriel's in NX, not NX. Gabriel's gone, and he's PJ Black in Lucha Underground now. Barrett's now gone. What?
Oh, he's Lucha Underground now. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. What did I say? Oh yeah, Brian retired and no longer wrestling, and Ryback was even in the original Nexus, but he's gonna be gone soon. And who else? Otunga, no longer relevant.
I'll be a lawyer for WWE.
Yeah, and Slater, like, why does he still have a job? How is he not in that release list?
Hey, you never know.
Like, Slater's pretty much the only one still wrestling in WWE that was a former Nexus member. You would think all those Nexus members would like be somewhere at this point in their careers from that storyline, but
no.
But all of them but one are gone.
Except Bray Wyatt. Well, that's new Nexus. Oh.
Yeah, I'm talking about new Nexus. That was even more BS. But I'm talking about the original when it was all like when everybody started talking about it, when everybody was getting excited about it. Such a shame. Barrett had so much potential. So much potential. He could have definitely been a world champion by now. But all they did was give him Intercontinental Championships, meaningless, I would say, meaningless Intercontinental Championship reigns throughout those years, and that's all they gave him. And they gave him a pointless King of the Ring last year, which we thought was going to be good, but obviously now they turned that King of the Ring prestige as a curse.
Wait, don't forget about there was a meme that I saw that talked about the Miz curse as well.
Yeah, I know. Al even texted me a picture of the Miz curse. Because you look at John Morrison gone. Daniel Bryan retired and gone. A-Rye also from the release list. What a waste too. He had so much potential too.
Yes, especially recently in NXT when he got a new look, a new personnel. I was like, hey, I'm good behind him.
Yeah, at NXT they brought him back and I was like, all right, great, let's see what they do. And then I see he was released.
That's terrible.
Yeah, A-Rye gone now, and what? Oh yeah, and then Sandow when he was with Miz now. Now Sandow gone.
Well, at least Drew McIntyre, who was released 3 years earlier, became a world champion.
Yeah, in TNA. What does that say? And that's typical TNA, putting their world title on a former WWE guy.